Professor David Bangboshe. I am your regular host on governance and religion. I'm a politician, educationist, and entrepreneur by the grace of God. I am a clergyman. Praise the Lord. Now, we are talking about something that will have significant impact in our life and generation. That is our conscious, deliberate participation in the process of institutionalization of governance among our people. Praise the Lord. So I'd like to inform us that this is something that we cannot leave alone. This is something that have a very strong bearing on our life. One decision by people in authority and leadership can impact our life, can impact our children, our future. Now in Nigeria, the things that we are experiencing now are things, direct policies, action on the action of our previous government. Look at our constitution. Our constitution was made by a military regime. And up to today, for 20 years, we are still in the process of amendment. And we have not made any significant impact in amending the constitution. That is what happened when there is error by government. It is something that we speak for a long time and can affect our generation. And therefore, I want to implore everybody hearing me, it is not something that you can be complacent about. It is something that you must deliberately and actively engage the process of the institutionalization of governance. And we can operate in 4 dimensions. Every one of us can place himself in one of these categories of participation. Number 1, you can stand up for election. You can stand up to be elected. Let me explain. A lot of good people stay aloof from presenting themselves for election in the democratic setting. And they said, we leave it to professional politicians. We leave it to some people. We leave it to some people who have been in governance. In fact, already in Nigeria, my nation, we are having what is called a ruling class already. Feudalism. Where some people rotate themselves in leadership. They move from one level to another. They move from House of Rep to Senate, from House of Assembly to House of Rep to governor, to become governor, and then they become governor, they go back to Senate. You know, the same set of people. The same set of people. And they're trying to establish a code. A code that anybody who wants to come into their class must pass through certain procedure, must pass through certain situation. So there is a ruling class, and that we are having a distinction of the ruling class to followership. Of course, we also notice a situation whereby they are now even bringing their children to become rulers. They educate them in a special way, in a different way than the citizens. They take them abroad, knowing fully well that one way or the other, the educational system in our country have been affected by provision of a whole lot of things, requirement, facilities, training, payment of teachers. So from education, they start this distinction and this segregation. And, at the end of the day, it's whether we like it or not, a class distinction has been established. A class distinction has been established. A governor that just finished in my state is now in the Senate. He was in the Senate, he became governor, and now he's back in the Senate. Rotation, staying, and passing the power from one, from one level. Somebody who is not a governor will become a minister. Who is not a senator will become a minister. The same set of people establishing a circle. Because you refuse to participate at the appropriate time. So everybody who is religious, you are of God. We cannot afford to fail the incoming generation. We must leave a legacy. You must leave a legacy of change. A generation must prepare, must fight for the incoming generation. And one of the ways by we can fight for the incoming generation is for the good people to start rising. Rise. I can share my experience with you. I was a governorship candidate in 2015 in Ogun State. I was a neophyte, a new entrance into politics, and I was able to come out with a very good, a very serious result, coming third in the governorship election at my first attempt. Whether I become the governor or not is immaterial. The most important thing is that there was an engagement, there was a participation. We were able to engage those people, and it is a beginning of a process. I don't see it as a loss or anything. I see it as part of my impact to bring in the required change in our polity, in our system. So, I was speaking about 4 dimensions of participation. I'm stopping at one of them today. That is, you and I. It is not the prerogative of some people that have tagged themselves as ruling class, that are working in creating a class distinction, that have placed a whole lot of embargo on the way of people that wants to become. That good people cannot take, they don't want to spend their resources, spend their time taking risk to come into governance. I am telling you, it cannot continue forever. The more we have the good people coming in, the better for us. And the water will be getting cleaner and cleaner, and a new day will appear. Thank you for listening to me. I'm your host, Professor David Olufemi Bambushi.